It's time. And today is going to be a very special show. In fact, so much so that we are dedicating it. Who are we? We are the Let's Talk Fabulous show. And today is our third quarter review for the year of 2025. And we promise that we are going to take you on a bit of a roller coaster today. And we are dedicating this show to a concept, a belief system that we have here at this show, that we can together, that there is healing through connections. And so without further ado, what do you guys think? It's time. Let's talk. My name is Tamara L. Hunter, and I am one of the Fab Five. And yes, you are not counting wrong. There are four of us here right now. There's one that is going to be watching from home. She's a little under the weather, and we are sending our best to her. Yet I am here in the middle of the U.S. of A, in what we call the heartland, the Ozarks. I'd like to introduce the rest of the Fab Five. Gloria. Who are you and where are you today?
I am Gloria Grace Rand, and I am on the East Coast of the United States in Melbourne, Florida.
There you go. And Joy.
I am Joy Willett, and I am in sunny Southern California.
Yes, you are. And Barbara.
I am Barbara J. Beckley, and I'm from Kenosha, Wisconsin.
And we are missing our other one, Kim O'Neill, who is typically from Southern California also. And so we're going to have some fun, I promise, from the very beginning. And I want you guys to have your tissue ready. I want you to also be ready to laugh out loud. And like I said, we're going to be going on a little bit of a roller coaster. Before that, I want to also welcome all of you, our digital community, and let us know where you are too. And comment as we go throughout the show. So we prepared an opening number. Most shows have them. We're an entertainment show, right, guys? And we are going to be talking about the third quarter. We've been working for 3 months for today's show, wink, wink. And so here is our opening act.
Ooh, oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Hey, hey. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, we've been shining bright. 12 stories, hearts take flight. The Fab Five's here, come join the cheer. Let's wrap it up, we're shining clear. Share. Uplifting summer messages showed us the way. With laughter and nature to brighten the day. Then passion projects turn to life surprise. Dreams in action opened up our eyes. Every moment, every show, building legacies that grow. From laughter, love, and lessons too, we share the best with all of you. Goals setting for success. Yes, we're aiming high with life, camera, service. We reach for the sky. On E360 TV, we felt the glow. Best service show. Shout it out. What a way to go. Intentional living. Choose joy every day. And best summertime memories. To brighten the way. From going back to school, learning never ends. Dare to learn, we sang with friends. Fueling your passion kept the fire alive. The eagle obsession. Watch our spirits fly. Ooh, art of celebration. Dancing through the night. Alchemy of focus. We found our light. Ooh, the power within. Let your spirit shine. Shine from inside. Shine from inside. Shine from inside. Shine from inside. Quarter three, what a ride. With the Fab Five side by side. Stories told, the love is true.
So,
Wow.
what do you guys think?
That was
Love
great.
it, love it, love it.
Oh, and there's Kim O'Neill.
Oh.
Have a fabulous show. Sorry, I'm not able to be there all with you, but you're here with us. Because that's the thing, I'd like to talk about that right now. In fact, I think that that's perfect, is that we're really all about being a show of connections, correct? Healing through connections.
Yes.
And Janine, you know what? Mrs. Smith is in the house of the Rockstar Diaries. So excited. And what we've been working 3 months for all of this, right? And I'd love to hear from each one of you. First of all, wasn't that fun, Barbara?
Oh, yes. Why am I first?
Because you were at the top.
It's always a pleasure doing this. You know that with these other queens. I call them women queens. And each quarter went by so quick to me. I don't know about you, but it kind of went kind of quick. I looked up and you're like, okay, we're doing our Crowley show. I'm like, what? So that means that I'm having fun and we're having fun together, meeting people, learning so much, and just really enjoying our fabulous life. Yeah.
Absolutely. And Gloria, what about you?
Oh my gosh, it was just wonderful looking back at all these different topics that we've shared, and so many amazing people just sharing their wisdom and how to be able to have fabulous lives and all different aspects of it. And I just love the music. Oh my goodness, you just get me in a good vibe. So thank you for that. That was amazing.
Lots of fun, right? And what about you, Joy? I'd love to hear what you're thinking too.
Well, it was like Gloria said, it was wonderful to see all of the snippets, and some of them go really deep and some of them just soar. So I just love that our show stretches the gamut of emotions and human connection.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. And also we've been talking about it this week and promoting the fact that we are getting together for this review, and we are dedicating this show, as I said in the beginning, to the idea of healing through connections. Also, yes, we are an evergreen entertainment show that is all about humor, hope, heart hugs, and a whole lot of love. Yet what it is we are airing in the month of September. And, it's not fair to say months, but this is a month to bring mental health awareness to the forefront. And so we are dedicating this show to this concept. Stay tuned with us. We have something special that we're going to be sharing here shortly. Yet with that, we are going to have our review. So we are going to go season 7. We're in season 7. Episode 1 was this clip. Here we go.
Patty, I know you pulled a card to get today's show kicked off, but I'd like to pull another one in this moment, just for anybody who is open to receiving another inspirational, uplifting message. I'd love to see what comes through.
Okay, so fortitude, right? It's all about moving forward. And this card was a special card, and it's amazing that I just drew it, and it's part of the Chemo Buddies group. This was in honor of Chemo Buddies. And it's about how we all go through. Every single one of us is going through something, and cancer is such a big deal in our group here, right? And all it says here, it's not all it says, but the bottom says, make time to pause and reflect. Pause and reflect. And there's no right way to do this. Breathing in love and exhaling what no longer serves you can help. And it's that breath again, right, Charlotte? It's that, for me, it's the exhale. It can save your life. So this card is from the sacral chakra, and it's all about fortitude is the ability to confront your life's challenges with resilience and strength. Be the buffalo.
Ooh, I love that. Okay, I think this is an excellent moment for us to all take a moment, and you with us wherever you are in the world, take a moment to take that deep inhale and exhale. Feel free to place one hand on your heart, one hand on your abdomen if you like. Inhaling the love, and then do So full breath, exhale. Releasing any heaviness, tension, whatever might be weighing you down.
Now we're going to encourage you guys to go back and watch the full episodes. And you can do that on our network, E360 TV. You go to Fresh Takes channel, and we are on demand. Or you can go to social media, and we're in a lot of different places. Yet, I do want to talk about this. Kim O'Neill was our host, and this is the show where we also had laughter yoga, and we had a really fun and really poignant video that was shared by Skip Thomas, and also nature was talked about by Charlie Schultz. Yet this was a very timely show, and I'm going to talk to our we have within this organization, we have a director, producer for every one of the shows. I'm the senior, but she's right there. We do this basically together. And this was it was a tough weekend, wasn't it? And we decided to go forward with the show we did because we knew people needed it, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I love about our show, is that we can do that. We can make adjustments. We can turn on a dime. I mean, we're even doing it today because we're having to, I've got big shoes to fill by, stepping into Kim's shoes. But it's so important to be able to recognize what's going on in the world, and also then be able to say, okay, we see that, but let's see how we can still serve our community, have those, fabulous connections, and heal, and not have to necessarily have everything, weigh you down.
Perfect. Thank you. And in fact, you were the host for the next show. So let's go on.
In that clip, you see a medical room. You see a chemotherapy room. Yes, I went through traditional therapies when I went through mine. In the background of that video, if you guys go watch back in the replay, is my chair, the chair I sat in. Why is that significant? In there's two of us, buddies. There was my original buddy. And what happened was I had an allergic reaction, and I woke up, my face was on fire, my throat was closing up, I couldn't open my eyes, and it was the best day of my life because my purpose presented itself. And that was what we're doing now. All roads, like this show, all roads lead back to what we say, the buddies. We're a volunteer group that produces this show to entertain all of you. Yet what are we doing? We're out there sharing what one of our hosts, Barbara Beckley, said in that clip. Humor, hope, heart hugs, and a whole lot of love. And the world needs us more than ever right now.
So this show, again, 13th of July, you were the host, Gloria, and we're going to just kind of dip just a bit into it because it's pretty self-explanatory. Yet, what would you like to share in addition to what was shared on that show?
Just the importance of making a difference, and that's what all of these wonderful guests on the show were doing. They were making a difference not only for themselves, but also in other people's lives. And that's what we do. I mean, I need to get my Kleenex because I was like just tearing up, even just watching that clip and watching you share your story. And so I just want everyone out there to know that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whether you're, amazing or whether you're having struggles, just know that we're here for you. That's what I want to say. We're here.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Barbara, you're up next. Let's go.
What we're doing. Why? The thing is, I realized I wasn't until I was in my 60s that I realized that why I was doing things was based on somebody else's lens, not my own. And so that's one of the biggest things of why do I want this? Is it really my why? Or am I trying to live up to somebody else's why? And that is so hard to do sometimes. And sometimes it takes courage to let go of something that's not serving you, especially if it's a family kind of thing. Just that courage to let that go. And yet the wisdom is knowing that you have to and how to. And that is really hard sometimes because, ooh, what are people going to think if I'm distancing myself from that when that's been my family legacy for years? Well, yeah, but it wasn't mine. And now that when we embrace who we want to be, our authentic, absolutely from the depths of our soul of who we want to be and what we want to do to make our hearts sing, then it'll change everything. It changes everything in our lives.
That, you know, I have to say, just even watching that clip, getting ready for the show, I'm like, yes, yes. So Barbara, you know, when you and I spoke about this, you know, goal setting for success, and you had this vision of it's more than the goal setting that most people think, traditional goal setting. Let's talk a little bit deeper about that, because you really wanted people to get more into the heart and soul of who they are. And I think that your clip that you pulled was a great example of that. You are muted.
Yes. I was so proud of Barbara, the other Barbara, because she got to the heart. I mean, they all did, but like you said, that was the purpose of it is, you know, we can do the SMART goal, all that kind of stuff. I was thinking in my head, all the business stuff that they always tell us and quote and everything. But it starts with you, your inner self, and understanding who you are and bringing yourself, because that's the foundation. I don't care what you're doing in life. The foundation is making sure you're being who you are. And she brought that out beautifully. Yeah.
She did. And in fact, everyone on that show. So you guys go back to that one. It is episode 3, season 7, episode 3, because you know, there's so many pearls of wisdom. Write things down. Truly, write things down. Okay, we're gonna like have some major fun on this one, guys. Get ready to clap. Also, here we go.
There are shows that entertain, and then there are shows that truly serve. Let's Talk Fab is one of the rare ones that does both. Tamara Hunter and her team, they don't just start conversations, they create a space where people feel seen, supported, and empowered to grow. It's honest, it's heartfelt, and it's built on the kind of service that actually changes lives. And that's why they were recognized at Hostopia. Not because of flashy moments, but for showing up episode after episode with purpose, wisdom, and heart. I'm Julianne Meyer, and I serve as co-CEO of E360 TV. I've seen firsthand how powerful it is when media is used to elevate people, not just their voices, but their humanity. Let's Talk Fab is exactly the kind of show the world needs more of.
There it is.
And that is for everyone that's a part of the production of the Let's Talk Fabulous show. So, Aaron, what were you saying?
Well, I have your award. There we go. There we go. So best of service.
Best of service.
Let's Talk Fabulous show 2025.
So, you know, so there it is right there, the award. It was finally mailed to us, and get back to our, and what I'd like to do right now is, first of all, we really are a team, and this award went for all of us. Gloria, you were with me when we received this in Florida, right?
Yes,
what would
I
you like
was.
to say about what they shared?
Oh my goodness. What they shared was that they really were so impressed with how we are a team and how much that service really is our I don't know, middle name, I guess, or something. But the fact that, we are all about, as you mentioned, humor, heart, hugs, hope, and a whole lot of love. And that's what we put into it. And they were, just really, they love what we're doing, and they were very impressed with it. And yeah, it just made me feel good to know that everything that we do is noticed and it's making a difference.
Thank you so much. I'm going to let you both, Barbara, if you want to say a little something, and Joy too, what would you like to say?
I just want to say, you get things done with the team. With the team that has like-mindedness, that's open-minded to making changes at the tip of the minute. And this is how it happens. You get rewarded this way. But I think the biggest reward is to help other people's hearts flow. And this is what these shows do. This is what these shows do.
Perfect. Thank you. And Joy, would you like to say something?
Sure. I also, one of our, I guess, mottos or metaphors is that we want to be a lighthouse for you out there. We want to help shine the light and give you hope and give you that humor and lots of love. And that's our mission. That's who we are. And we do it together with love for each other. And so I'm blessed to be here with you all. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Perfect. Okay, we're going to go on to episode 5 now. Let's watch.
We have to live this life as if it could end today, but also that it's going to last forever. And a lot of the times, because day after day could feel like we have this long life, and in a heartbeat it could change. And so I think the biggest things that helped my relationship, and not even just my relationship, like my husband, his mom left him at 14. He didn't have a relationship with her, and he pretty much lived on his own and raised himself. And I worked so hard on rebuilding his relationship by asking him that exact question, like, how, if she were to die tomorrow, are you okay with not talking to her? Are you okay with that? Because regret is so much bigger than some of the pain that we've carried while they're living. But when they pass, and that pain and that anger and everything leaves with them, because it does, and I've seen it time and time again, once that settles, you start to approach things differently, which has everything to do with intentional living. Because now it's like, am I really living the way that, without any regrets or anything like that? So fast forward to now, we're best friends. She lives with us.
Gloria, you were the host on that show, and what would you like to just share, like a, ta-da for it? Because it speaks to itself, intentional living. And this was one of the top watched shows also on just about all the different platforms, I will say. Go ahead.
That's awesome. Well, I think it's just that, is to really be mindful of, and I think that was the overall message from everyone, is that you are in control of your life. You get to decide how you want it to be. And if you don't want to end up with regrets, you need to take action, but just set that intention and decide, how do I want to be today? How do I want to show up? And then do it, because it just starts right with that intention.
I love that. Okay, so now we are going to premiere something, and this is something it comes from our hearts. Please listen with yours. This is special. We promise that we will be highlighting healing through connections. And here we go. As we come together today,
we, the Fab family, stand united in love and unity.
We know that life brings challenges, and healing comes through connection.
In bringing awareness to mental health and well-being, we honor the strength it takes to keep moving forward.
Our show is dedicated to exploring our fabulous lives.
And that love will light the way.
Breathe and calm. Let the world come alive. Peace begins when love arrives.
Close your eyes, release the fear. Every doubt will disappear. In the silence, hear the song. Love within has been here all along. Healing through connections, our light will always stay. A love that lifts and strengthens, love will light the way.
Release the shadows,
Lift the veil,
let the voice of love prevail.
every moment fresh and new.
We are connected,
Me and you, healing through connections. Our light will always stay. A love that lifts and strengthens. Love will light the way.
in the quiet of the heart.
We are one, we're not apart.
Let love carry, let love guide. Here together, side by side. Healing through connections.
We're stronger when we share.
A love beyond perfection
That heals us everywhere. There is healing through connections for you, for me. Love will light our way.
healing through connections.
Love will light the way.
Healing through connection.
Love will light the way.
So, I mean, like what we're going to do right now, in fact, we're just going to go straight into it. We have one more clip that we want to share, and then we're going to have some discussion. This comes from our show that Gloria did about passion projects, the second episode of our season 7, and it's Dr. Keith. And let's listen to him, and then we're going to discuss this.
I'm a 5-time suicide attempt survivor. And so I'm also a disabled veteran with PTSD. And so it's not just me wanting to hike the Appalachian Trail. My Trail to Transformation campaign is about bringing awareness to this very issue that veterans face on a daily basis. So we struggle psychologically, emotionally, physically, and I want to bring awareness to this issue because the number is 22, or at least it was, of veterans who die by. And we need to change that. We need to eradicate that as much as possible. And if I could do my part in that, that's about proving that even though I've got challenges, I'm going to do this. And if I could do it, you can do it too.
Gloria, I'm going to bring you up here because you were the host on that show. And that was a very powerful show in more than one way. So we come off of the song and our dedication for all of you. And please, again, if you know of anyone that is struggling, do contact the 24-hour hotline and get help. So what would you like to share, Gloria?
Well, I just want to reiterate how important it is that no matter what you're going through, that you're not alone, and that, you can look like you've got it all together. And when on the inside, maybe you don't quite have it all together. And that's that's why this show is so important for us to be able to, you know, as Joy said, you know, we want to be that lighthouse of hope for people, and just to know that, you know, yeah, there's so many people, you don't know what's going on in someone's head, so just send them love and resources, you know, and know that there are resources out there available.
Absolutely. And Gail, you know, Gail, in fact, Gail was one of the ones that with the one with the crown that was in the intro video. And then also for anybody that watched last week's show that Barbara hosted, you know, Shine From Inside, she's the one that's singing with the crown. So that's Gail. And Gail, we're so glad you're with us and absolutely loved it. You know, so happy. And I will say that there were many that, you know, some, not many, but a few people that I did share this with. And they did let me know that it really touched them and that they needed to hear the message. Joy, what would you like to share? Because you work with people that are dealing with a lot of this. You're a first responder. You work with the people that are first responders. What was your thought?
Well, you know, watching Keith again, I watched that show and it's so powerful. Again, as Tamara is saying, go back and watch these shows, folks, because there is so much in each episode. And I'm certainly going to go back and watch them. This whole idea of healing through connections, that we're all here together as one big human family. And like you were saying, my other Fab Five hosts, sometimes the people that look the most put together maybe are the ones struggling the most inside because they're holding it up for everyone else. Mm-hmm. So you never know. And you never know what an act of kindness, reaching out, touching somebody in some small way or big way can really help keep someone afloat. So, and get that help that you need. If you need it, get professional help always.
Thank you. In fact, I'm going to keep you up here because we have your best summertime memories up next.
Just cleaning out her house and storing things, and you realize it's not the things, it's the memories we make with the people we love. And that's what, invest in time, take the time. I mean, I had a business 26 years, I grinded out 60, 70, 80 hours a week, and it was really when I got away, and I went away from my first vacation after owning the business for 23 years without my cell phone and computer, because I was always having to check things. It was a glorious time in Lake Arrowhead because it's really, we get so busy on the hamster wheel of life, and it's kind of stepping off, taking time and seeing the memories with the ones we love, because you can't recreate that once they're gone. And especially it's poignant with my mom's passing and realizing like, hey, I have all her lovely things and memories, but it's making them while people are here and alive. And that's why it was great being at the party yesterday, because why not have all your friends come together in your 80 and say what they love about you while you're still alive to hear it.
So, best summertime memories has a lot to do with Legacy of Love that we've been doing with the Legacy of Love series, right? So that is episode 6, and it originally aired on August the 10th. Go watch it. But what would you like to just share ever so quickly right now as we get ready to go into our next one?
Well, you know, there's nothing more important sometimes to all of us than to share time with people. Maybe it's our pets, maybe it's, you know, our older loved ones, our younger loved ones, or friends, because that's the glue that's going to hold us together, especially during trying times. So take that time, reset, recharge, rejuvenate yourself with those that you love, and you will then be their legacy of love too.
Oh, I love it. Words of wisdom. Write that down, as we would say here. Okay, we're going to go back to back because this one is actually, we have Kim O'Neill and then we have Barbara Beckley. So Barbara, get ready. We're going to listen to Kim O'Neill's and then we're going to go into yours. Kim O'Neill's was, you can go back to school at any age. Here you go.
Is there anyone else here that would like to share it? I know there's still another story we haven't even shared yet, but anybody else here who would like to share the age that they experienced going back to school?
I might as well speak up, Kim, because I started, as I started in 1967, you know, of course, with my education. But then when I decided to go into the speaking, and I had to have the training to be on the TED stage, age 78. And that was in 2024. Yeah. So I stepped out of the box into a totally new world, and I feel like there's more to come. Yeah.
I love that. That's why we're having this conversation, right? So, Tony, I love that you said traditional age 21, but that's just it, because we're not talking about just that. We're talking about in your late 20s and in your 40s and in your 70s, never too old.
Without my trusty emoticons of love for you and all your co-hosts and my fellow panels. I love these things. I'm going to walk around in real life with these, y'all. Like, seriously. So here's the thing. Yes, I love the reminder. You actually had to be ready for what you envisioned. It took me 2 years to grow into the power of the download I got, which was dance is a very powerful methodology to heal. I wasn't ready yet, though, to be on the forefront I am now. And so even though he didn't get it, it was actually protection for me to not be full on seen everywhere yet, because I wasn't strong enough. I hadn't healed enough. So when I say trust your gut, it has to also be, my body had been talking to me the whole time. You need to work on this. You need to work on this. You got to do this. And I was ignoring all of the messages, even though I was a breast cancer survivor. And that was part of my message. All right. So if you're hearing and seeing this, take a moment, stop immediately and go, is this something I need to actually take stock of? Do I know what language my body is speaking to me in? And if you do, great. Most of us don't. All right. Just so you know, I'm still learning to be fluent in this language. And I do this every day. I love that. More love to you. I love them.
What fun. Barbara. Fun. Okay, so talk more about that. You know, fueling your passion. It was a fun show.
Yeah, it was. I loved you did the emoji thing with Jenny. But real quickly, we have to. I don't care. Don't you put age out the head. I love how she said that. I mean, that's awesome. There's a purpose here for everybody. It doesn't matter when it happens. It's at the timing when it happens. And that's what the most important part is. So I just want to let everybody know that what your passion is, who you're about. And people need to know that, because people need to learn from you so they can know they can do it. And that's one of the reasons why we're all here together, because we learn from each other and we know that it's never too late to do what you need to do in this world. Yeah.
Breathe that in, guys. I mean, let's just breathe that in. Words of wisdom. And that really, again, goes back to what this show is all about, wouldn't you say?
Yes, definitely.
It really is. Okay. All right. So this next show was a lot of fun, too. And we had a lot of excitement around it, because we got to, it wasn't the very first time it was premiered, yet we got to get we had a filmmakers panel. We've done it a few times. And we actually had the filmmaker come on and talk about his amazing documentary and the power of story.
Wow. That's the only word I got, man. Wow. It was powerful. And I'm so glad that I got a chance to go on this journey that he created for us. But to go back to your question real quick, you know, I just think that story is so powerful that it transforms us. And it's just what life is about. And I like both documentaries, but I also like feature films that are based on true stories. And both of those, I think, inspire us to overcome odds, to go for our greatness. It's that kind of message. And I think the Ego Obsession really brings that message to us of basically dreaming bigger, shooting for the stars. All the things that Jeffrey put into that documentary is mind-boggling. It's just so much. I can't wait till everybody gets a chance to see it.
Jeffrey, oh my God, thank you for your documentary.
Well, again, it was an honor to get to see it and be here
with him. There he is, right there.
The documentary, The Eagle Obsession. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, we got a sneak peek.
Our goal is, I intentionally made this film with the scope and scale that I think it could, first off, have some sort of a limited theatrical run. I was really trying to make it big and cinematic, but I'd also love to see it reside on a streamer. My target's like an HBO or a Netflix. I think would be both wonderful places for this film when it's distributed.
So, this was fun. In fact, we had the full trailer. So go back, watch the episode on demand, E360 TV, Fresh Takes channel, go to the Let's Talk Fabulous show, or streaming media or social media, wherever is your favorite. And Gloria, you actually were with me and we actually got to see the full documentary, right?
Oh, we did. What a treat that was. And I'm a long time sci-fi buff, not to mention space buff, because I grew up watching the Apollo, flights to the moon. And so it was so well done. And I'm so glad that we had this opportunity to be able to highlight Jeffrey's film, as well as these other amazing filmmakers that you had on the panel, because story is what makes us human. I mean, that's how we communicate and how we can do healing through connections. That's our theme for today, in particular. So yeah, it was just an amazing journey and an amazing show. Go back and watch it, folks.
I thank you. I agree. And Joy, you've met John Duffy before, and such a wonderful man. And you're there in the Hollywood. I mean, we've gone to Hollywood events, you and I together, are plus ones. And this show, what an opportunity for us to be able to, our little entertainment show that's all about, making a difference, and to be able to have something that we were able to show a trailer like this and have the filmmaker. That was pretty fun, right?
I think it's absolutely fabulous because, it's a real honor, I feel and know, for the Let's Talk Fabulous show to highlight somebody who is coming, up and coming with this incredible movie, as well as the other filmmakers and documentary way showerers on the show. That was incredible. Hats off to you guys. Yay.
And Barbara, what would you like to add? Like the caboose of these comments here.
I just want to say, after looking at all that, we all have our own documentary, and that's our lives. So that's why it's so important to tell your stories, if it's through film, if it's through a post, if it's through YouTube, wherever you're saying it at, tell your documentary, because it's going to touch so many people's lives. Yeah.
We're going to just had to do it. We got a lot going on here, but that one was a write it down kind of moment. So with that, we're going to go on to our next clip, which is,
you are celebrating your anniversary every single month, and I forgot to do the math. I can only imagine it's like thousands of months that you've been doing this continuously. How on earth have you been able to do that?
Well, it's not even 1,000 yet. It's only about 675.
Okay.
But we usually do start a bottle of champagne to celebrate, and I try to cook a special dinner, one of our favorites, or we go out to dinner to one of our fancier favorite restaurants, and we sometimes have friends in to celebrate. On the big O's, we have, on the fives, we have a big party, and it just means so much to remind ourselves why we're in love, and why, and gives us a moment to remember wonderful moments in our courtship and our life, and we say, my gosh, how did it go by so fast? And then we also say, wow, look at what we packed into our 55 years together.
Gloria, you were the host on this one, and go watch this full thing, the full episode, because the art celebration, it was a celebratory type of show, yes, but it's stories of overcoming is what I really got, right? Inspiring stories.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the message was for a couple of them in particular was the fact that they were able to overcome, and so they're celebrating themselves. And I think that's important for us to remember too, that it's okay to celebrate yourself and how far you've come and whatever you've been able to accomplish. But I also loved Randy. That was so amazing. I mean, every single month, she and her husband celebrate their anniversary every single month, not just once a year. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, talk about keeping the spark alive. I mean, she was an inspiration to me.
Yeah, I hear you. I double down on that one. Okay, we're going to go on to our next one. Joy, you're up next.
So when it comes to my body and healing it and keeping it attuned, that, you know, most people have no concept of my age. I work at turning the clock back, and it's something I've been privy to since I was 3 years old, is being in that energy of things. And so when I look at what is really a staple in my life is my devotion to God and my 47 years of meditating. That because I sit every morning for 2 hours right over there, and I love that it's always in this view. That's it. Nothing else really matters in that space for me, because I know that every morning I'm going to wake up, sit down, and set up my day right from there going forward. So that's the secret sauce for me is my meditation practice.
So you will want to go September the 14th. It is episode number 11 in season 7. And Joy, focus has a lot with finding, you know, what, like, I mean, I was surprised, and that's why you gave me a few different clips to pick from. And I'm like, okay, we can turn back time. You know, by focus. And there was so much more that was showed, you know, and shared. But what would you like to add to what was shared?
Well, yes, you can do a lot with time, as you know. That's one of my passions. And the wonderful thing about this particular show with my 4 guests was everyone had a specific way of creating focus to create something specific in their lives. And the whole deal about the alchemy of focus is that's how we all create our life. And it was just examples from running a marathon to Sid being, a master meditator, and, Justin being an actor, Mary being the marathon runner, and Jim helping the world with his beautiful brainwave product. It's just how we can all create that focus with our passions to create what we want in our lives.
I love it. I love it. So we are going to be going on to number 12, and we are focusing in on 12 shows. Wink, wink. So, okay. So we had a special presentation by Barbara Beckley. So let's watch that. And then we're going to go right into the clip that we pulled, and then we're going to discuss that.
of the voice. Because I'm high verbal, and sometimes when I type, my words don't come out. But if I can speak through the heart and share.
Well, let's try that again.
More of the voice. Because I'm high verbal, and sometimes when I type, my words don't come out. But if I can speak through the heart and share my heart with others, I want to be able to tell people that we're amazing. We need to believe in ourselves, that God loves us. We can have gratitude. We can give our gifts to each other, but we need to have time together like this, because time together like this is church, community, prayer time. We're together, we're connecting, and then we're also connecting with the world. This is what Spirit wants. Wants us to share with one another what's on our heart, because if we're not, how are people going to know the things that are beautiful out there and the gifts that we have to share? So that reminder every day my spiritual teacher gave me, and I'm so blessed that that reminder comes back up. And if I feel stressed, which I do, I have to pray, I have to meditate, I have to close my eyes and do breathe. So we can share our hearts with each other, and we can be those expressions of those divine moments, because that's what needs to happen on this earth. While everything is troubling and chaotic right now, we need heart moments so we can be with one another. So we need more of this, and I'm so grateful I got to be here.
Who wants to stand in line to adopt her?
I know. What a beautiful way to even like close out this show. Her
Exactly.
messages.
So
but I'm
Barbara,
going to let Barbara talk.
you know, I keep, every single time I listen to her, every time, and I've been the one that's been able to work on the editing of the clips, and so I get to know these people, and I was so deeply, I contacted, I'm like, I'm so deeply touched by her.
Yes.
And I want to say also something you said in the one video is growth happens when we go inward. And I wanted to kind of explore that and then go into what it is that you'd like to share about that episode and why you chose it, because you and I really talked about it beforehand. Huh?
Yeah, I've been learning more and more, and I'll make this as brief as I can. It's hard though. Thank you, Roxy. I just had to put that out there for her.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
you have to deal with the inner, and just to remind people, those are all distractions of the gift that's underneath that needs to come out to explode to the world. So when you're hurting and pain, if you're sad, whatever's going on in your life, depression, I've been there. We all been there. But just remember, that's that distraction to stop your inner beauty, your inner gifts from seeping on out and being that lighthouse to the world, as Joy said, we all say. So when you see yourself going in that road, down that hill, always say, you know what? No, I got to get rid of distraction, because there's a bigger thing behind it that needs to push out to the world. So I just want people to really understand all that pain and stuff, whatever's going on, get rid of that distraction, because you are worth being that light so bad to the world, because we need you.
Absolutely. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go around and you guys get one word. So Barbara, one word. What would you like to leave everybody with?
Love.
Love. Joy?
Joy.
Joy? Gloria?
Grace.
I love it. I can't do that with mine. So I'm going to say healing through connections, and we'll see you next week. I hope you were all inspired.